Hello everyone, my name is Atharva Maskar and I am the Entrepreneurship and Professional Development Director at Rotaract Club of Thodomal Shani Engineering College. Today we have with us Aryan Irani. Aryan is a Google developer expert at Google Workspaces and has been recently delving into the space of AI and machine learning. So Aryan, first of all, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Would you like to start by introducing yourself?
Of course. My name is Aryan Irani. I'm a student at NMIMS Mumbai. I'm pursuing my bachelor's right now in computers. Other than that, I write a lot of music. I write advertisements, films, and at the side, I do a lot of programming. And yep, I am a Google developer expert for Google Workspace. And I just entered the space of generative AI and machine learning. So I'm not an expert, but I can make my way around it.
Amazing. Can you first start by sharing your journey in technical content writing?
I think this was during the lockdown when COVID was on. I had nothing to do but play PUBG with my friends. So my father told me to start programming. So he told me start with something called JavaScript. So I figured it out and I did some automation things there. And while I was making it something crossed my mind that maybe somebody else might need this solution. So maybe somebody might want this in their business. So I thought maybe let's try and share it. So I looked at different avenues that were there to maybe make a YouTube video or write a blog. So blogs were the most selling thing at that point. The tech writing thing was just growing. So I gave it a shot and it went well. So that is basically how I started technical writing in that way.
Okay, and what do you think are the benefits of technical writing for a developer?
See, at least according to what I believe is, if you are a technical writer, you're making yourself known on the internet. People know you. So I give this example whenever I give sessions here and there. There's a person A, there's a person B. If let's say Aryan and Om. So Aryan builds 10 projects a year, not too complex, but he shares it with the world. So he has a higher probability of being approached for jobs or being noticed by somebody. But on the other hand, Om builds 100 projects a year. He's the best at programming, but nobody knows that he exists. So in technical writing, sharing your content, building a community, or making a fan base for your work is always beneficial. It will take you to different places, new heights.
Okay. What I've realized is in technical writing there are two major aspects. One, mostly people do it to share their work, or secondly, to come in the eyes of big companies.
Correct.
That would be a very commercial aspect.
Correct.
So let's say we are talking about machine learning. So a first section does it to share their work about various technologies, and the second person does it to covering a particular API or a very particular database concept.
Correct.
So what do you think is more beneficial?
See, both blogs provide you information. It doesn't matter how your blog is. It matters if it gives you the right information that you need, whether it be a completely theoretical blog or maybe a project-based blog. So what I believe whenever I write things, I want it to be from a business perspective because I run a consultancy services. So business chalana hi hai mujhe to. So what I'll do is whenever clients come to me with their problems, I'll take their problems, I'll build it, and then I'll write about it. Because if one company comes to me and says, I have this problem, there might be thousands of them who need that. So why not just share it around? And you can write theoretical blogs that talk just about machine learning, the basics here and there. But I believe in a project-based teaching and writing. So I follow that.
Do you mind sharing something about your consultancy service?
Consultancy services, so I started writing, right? So then people would know, okay, he knows this particular work. So they'll come to me with a problem and then I'll build it for you for this fee, and if you're comfortable, do it. And then I posted that I helped a company build something, then more people came. So that's how I just started something. It's not an official thing, I just do it for the thrills.
Do you have a particular tech stack you're covering right now?
No. I don't have a particular tech stack. But I'm focusing in automation. Business automation is my main thing where it excites me to reduce manpower that is required in running businesses or maybe in basic data entry job also. You can reduce the manpower in that. So that's my main focus. Other than that, I'm still exploring. I still don't have a fixed domain that I want to work in for the rest of my life. But I think I'll just keep exploring. I still have a lot of time to go.
Yeah, correct. So I recently saw your YouTube channel. Its name is Aryan Irani.
Correct.
So would you like to share your journey about your YouTube channel?
YouTube, I had tried it. In 9th standard, I used to do some profit loss ka videos. I just had that thrill and I watched Mr. Beast. I was like, oh, I think I should make something like this. But then it never worked out. And why I started YouTube, I had first started writing. So people don't like to read. They hate to read. Like me, I hate to read things. So even if I'm reading a blog, I'll put the audio thing on and I'll listen to it. I can't read. So I thought maybe, okay, people like watching videos more. So why not create videos? That's how I started. So there's no rocket science in what I've done. It's just basic thinking. Maybe somebody might need this, somebody might not need this. So give them both. They can choose what they want to watch. And मेरे views बढ़ेंगे. So it's a good thing.
You upload a lot of AI related videos on Google Workspaces and
Correct.
everything.
Yeah.
So can you share more about that?
So Google Workspace is basically for businesses. You have Sheets, Google Forms, forms भरते रहोगे everybody. It is a product based company as such. So if you could add AI to it, wouldn't it sell? So that's just how I stumbled upon it. API nikla that was free that time. Now I have to pay for it, so the videos have reduced. But when it was free, I just started and built something, and then I just wrote about it.
Okay. And what about the Google Develop Expert journey?
I wasn't aware about the program until I think February. I became one last February, so I wasn't aware about it. I was just doing my job, the same thing. Upload 2 blogs a week, 1 video a week, and I'm just set. But I came through the program. I saw a lot of people doing that. So if you are interested in space and you know how to talk, you know how to write about the product, you get selected in that. So I gave a few interviews, and I became one in February.
Amazing. So let's dive into technical part with machine learning.
Yeah. I'm not an expert, by the way, just making it very clear. So whatever if I say is something wrong, then just don't attack me for it. I'm still learning. I'm with you. I'm your age only, so I'm still learning only.
How did you get into machine learning? It looks very fancy from outside.
Fancy from outside, but painful from the inside. It was there, and I'm still exploring my domain. So I said, why not try? I did web development, I did Gen AI. It's like let's try machine learning. So I just went for it. Nothing cool. No super cool story. मेरे पास नहीं है. I have 0 super cool stories to tell about me.
So recently with all the APIs and everything coming out, people have started treating these AI models as a black box. So they think that you put something in and it gives something magical answers. So do you mind, dwelling into an overview of how these are working behind the scenes?
Basic understanding, I think if you know the word generative AI, it is generating content at some point, right? And it has learned through what I've seen was some billion gigabytes of data, or maybe gigabyte, I'm not sure. So it was a lot of data. So it knows how a person would type and write. So it understands how we react to things and what questions we could ask. And it generates content from what it has learned and what you provide in the prompt. That's it. That's all it does. That is the basic overview of Gen AI. If you have ChatGPT, so it already knows some part, then you give it a clue to go to something else, and then it gives you a full answer. So it's not creating content. It is creating content, but from pre-existing and data that you give it.
Okay, and where do you see these applications in the near future?
They'll take over us. I feel, yeah.
So will it take over jobs?
So many things. Jobs. No, generative AI will make your job easier. It will make your life faster. It will allow you to build more things. You'll save so much time when you're writing emails or you're generating test cases for your code. You'll save a lot of time. But you have to upskill at the same time. That's why I'm switching domains here and there. You have to upskill, because if I stick to a data entry job, maybe 20 years back it will be very famous. But now it's not. So I don't know even if the Google program will exist in the next 5 years. Nobody's aware about that. So you keep on upskilling. You keep on changing your domains. And you make yourself, what's the word for it? You make yourself sellable. People will come to you for work. People will offer you things. So you make yourself brand. You make your name a brand. So my name is a brand right now. He is connected to Google Workspace. He does this, he does that. So you build a brand. People will know you. And that's the key to success, according to me.
Do you feel that the low skill jobs will be taken over by generative AI or something like that?
I think the top level jobs will go. जो CEOs है, वो लोग सिर्फ email लिखते रहेंगे maximum. They won't be sitting and coding on the products. So their email. I'm just giving a wild guess. But yeah, jobs are affected. Of course, you're seeing the layoffs right now. Google layoffed, I think 10,000 employees a few days back. So layoffs तो चाहिए. So jobs will keep on going. That's why I said upskill yourself. That is the only thing that will keep you relevant in the space for a while.
And where do you see generative AI and machine learning going? In what direction in terms of, let's say, finance or healthcare? How do you think that apart from your day-to-day life, these fields will heavily impact big scale industries like, let's say, finance sector or healthcare sector?
I think, generative AI is moving at a very fast pace, and according to me, we are not even at the half of its capacity that it actually has. So we still have a long way to go. Of course, it affects a lot of businesses and it helps businesses. So Gen AI even creates new jobs. So you have a prompt engineering job right now. You have courses for that, just to write prompts, just to make the LLM or make ChatGPT or Google Bard respond to you in a correct way. So it will increase jobs. It will change businesses forever. Like some things like I do on a daily basis, I don't do that anymore. Maybe writing an email or even my YouTube video descriptions, I don't write them. I just give it. This is the title of the video. This is what I'm going to be talking about. Generate me a description, and it does that. I don't write my own descriptions. Even the promotion tweets that I put out, all of them are through Gen AI. So social media, what do you call those? What's the word? Social media writer or something like that. Or Instagram post likhne wale. Those jobs will go. I'm thinking. I guess because at least I don't spend time doing that anymore. So again, I save time while I use generative AI. So that's why it creates jobs and it saves time.
What I recently read was that many organizations who have been into stock trading, who have stock trading platforms, are moving towards LLMs and generative AI, where they give all the data and it asks the models to. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, correct. Because it already knows maybe for the past 20 years what has happened. So it can create a prediction. It could be right, it could be wrong, it could be something perfect, but it can be bad also.
Yeah.
So that's not sure, but it creates a value. Of course, you say 2 plus 2 to answer dega. You give it a database and tell me next 20 years, okay, it will give you an answer immediately. So it knows because you are providing it pre-trained data and then you teach it and then it answers. So you're doing the 3 steps there.
Can you elaborate more on the 3 steps?
3 steps. So at least for machine learning, when even the most basic thing you would do is you would give it a data set. It will learn how to respond to it. It will learn what the data is and what kind of questions you'll ask. So that's the data, the training, and then the testing. So testing, I'll give it questions and say, give me the answer based on this data. So those are the 3 steps that are there for machine learning. Basic model to create, maybe give it a data of diabetes prediction. So you give it 20 parameters. That is heart is bad, or blood is this, that. And then you give it a prediction saying, I have a 65-year-old male with these problems. Will he get diabetes or not? So it already knows what kind of people get diabetes, and now it can predict based on the data given to it. So those are the 3 steps that you would follow.
Correct. And like the diabetes detection project you said, it's a very common project among machine learning students, right? Yeah, but
I just did that right now while I was learning. So
correct. And a lot of parameters there are a binary, 0 or 1.
Correct.
Right. So what would happen if the data becomes a range that instead of 0 or 1, it's basically 60% of something or 70% of something?
So at least what we have done is we round off the values. So basically what happens when you give it a range of data, at least what we have done is we'll round up the values. If it's to 60 to 85%, or you round it up with a 0.5 thing. We used to do this in data mining and machine learning, the numericals hote the hum logo. So we used to round off the numbers. If it is 190 to 290 or something, so we'll make it 0.5. So then you have a continuous range in that. So you fixed values, 0.5 to 0.5 years. Exactly. Now you scope So like that's at least what I understand of the range.
Okay. Like I gave you an example of stock trading platform where you take a lot of data and the news of currently what's happening, and depending on that you generate a prediction, right? But here again the data isn't 0 or 1. Here again the data is a range that
Right.
how the market is
It's
reacting.
like a daily basis thing, right? At least in the day now, at least what I understand of stocks is the price get affected by maybe if something happens in the day or maybe news where something happens. So you have a daily thing that will happen. And some days will be fixed of the year, like New Year something will happen on 26 January something. So it knows on those days what happens. And it can make a prediction through 20 years on this Monday of this month, this week, what happened. So then it can learn how to do that. And then when I give it data on this day, if this something happens, what would the price? So that's how it will give. It makes an association. It makes a relationship between the data points that is there.
Okay, and these fields are very, what can we say about it? These fields are very sensitive, like your money is at stake.
Correct.
Right, so is generative AI developed at that point that we can actually start using it in stock trading platforms?
I'm not sure. I don't think I have an answer for that. You could use it to help you, but you can't trust the system entirely. There is always a human luck. There's always a human touch to everything. So I don't think I would trust a generative AI model to tell me what stock should I buy or not. I'll trust my father instead. He knows goods about stocks. So
Right.
I don't think I would trust a generative AI model to tell me stock prices for the next day. I mean, I cannot trust it yet.
Okay.
Maybe, but you for every task that you do, you need a human. You need the final touch that a human can give, not a machine.
Correct. And you can see all these powerful AI models like DALI and everything coming out. What do you think would be the impact of such powerful AI models becoming open to access for the public?
I think it's better for everybody. More learning. Google's aim has always been to collect the world's knowledge to one resource so everybody can access it. And generative AI helps you do that in a more faster way. Whatever you need, you give it a question and it gives you an answer. So it's connecting knowledge. That's what Google's aim has been for years. So I think they are successful at it.
But along with this, you can also observe a trend that a lot of deepfake videos
Correct.
spreading misinformation
Correct.
is going on.
Modi ke songs aate hain.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everything has a good and bad to it. Every product in the world or anything that exists has a bad side and a good side. It depends on how you want to use it. I can also sit and make deep fakes of everybody. I can make songs into it. But it's not, it's misusing it. You are disrespecting the effort that has been put to build those things to give you access to so much. So everything has a good and bad to it. It's your choice whether to use it for your good or for the bad. Because if you use it for the good, you can be taken to new places. But if you use it for the bad, you at least see. I enjoy the memes, so keep making those reels. But I would not do that. I wouldn't go to the bad side of AI.
And recently, we have seen a lot of stuff happen, like creating music out of voice cloning, that is called.
Correct.
And do you have any specific, very unique examples of AI models that can do, very impressive stuff?
I think Google Bard is also pretty powerful. What other APIs? I've seen Perplexity AI. That's also very good.
What's about it? What's it about?
It's just another LLM that's built by a company. I'm not sure what it was. College में हमारे Wi-Fi में we are not allowed GPT and Bard, so we use Perplexity AI. So it's a very powerful AI model. Other than that, I haven't tried the audios thing yet because I did not feel like it. And I saw so many reels on how to do it, and it was pretty easy. You just give it a song if you want, and if you want Ed Sheeran singing Marathi, so you give it a song that is already sung, and you give the lyrics, and then you can tweak the temperature. That's the accuracy, how well you want it to sound or how bad you want it to sound, and it generates it that fast.
I think one of the initial projects came out of the Build Space program. Someone from the Build Space community had posted about it, and eventually it gained a lot of traction.
I'm not aware about this. I'm not the tech news guy. I don't read, like I told. I don't read, so I'm not aware about this one for sure. If you could tell me more about it, I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah. Maybe you can cover it backstage.
Okay, sure, done.
Also, would you like to share some insights about the big tech giants, how they could be using AI in their workspace?
I think they are building the AI, so I'm not sure how they use it. But of course, with the basic needs that we have, I think they might be also having. I think Sundar Pichai must be going to Google Bard and saying, type me a new email for this. So everybody uses AI somewhere or the other, but they are the giants who are actually building it. So I wish I could get back there and learn how they're doing it, but I think there's still a lot of time for that.
Where do you see the future of generative AI going? Like, is it just a fad, a trend for right now?
No, it will keep growing. It will never end. At least according to me. Because it's made people depend on it. People's businesses run on it now. Workflows run on it. So I don't think it's going to end. It will just keep on getting better. It's not going to stop anytime soon.
Okay, great. And for students who want to get into machine learning, into generative AI, do you have a roadmap for them?
Roadmap? If you know programming, then that's the first thing. You need to know programming. Python, pick a language that you're interested in. I pick JavaScript. I like the language. And I do a little Python on the side. So pick a language first. And then try the traditional route of learning programming, building something, then go into machine. Because those are extremely complex things to learn. So if you directly jump just from you woke up and I want to do machine learning, now it won't work like that. You have to take the traditional route. Sitting, reading, building some small projects here and then switching to machine learning. Because once you know how a computer works, then you can make a computer learn and make it do what you want. So take the traditional roadmap of learning a language, building some websites, then going into machine learning. Because people just jump into that fancy, everybody likes, oh, I'm a machine learning engineer, but they know nothing about it. So take the slow route and learn. That's the roadmap.
Correct. And I've seen a lot of technologies pop up in the AI umbrella. It could be machine learning, deep vision, NLPs, etc. And a lot of people tend to directly jump into complex topics. It could be transformers.
It looks good, na? It
Yeah.
looks good. Mera, if you look at my friend's resumes, it will be very different. Mine will be simple: Python programmer, JavaScript, API handling, database. Done. I'm a generative AI evangelist. I'm a something this and that. So that's fake at the end. तो नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा वो सब करके. अगर if you don't know anything, then you cannot get the job. So that's all the because it sounds good if I tell somebody I'm machine learning or I just say I'm a software developer. There's a huge difference between that. So it looks good.
And recently, a lot of AI stuff has been going on in the open source space. Almost all the organizations are making their code bases open source
Correct.
for AI models and everything. And what do you think is benefit for us as well as the organizations?
It's good. Open source, the goal of open source was to bring people together. People who are even in some weird places, regions, or somewhere else, they can come and contribute to something that is so big. So I believe it's good. They should make it open source. But the main core to affect me, that is the thing that they've already built. And if people, if maybe I submit something and they like the feature, they take it and I sell it to them. So you make money from this. So open source is just bringing people together to contribute to a project or something.
Yeah, so do you feel that more talent is
More
getting
talent will
drawn?
come out. Correct. Once again, you make yourself known through open source. People will find you. Oh, he built this for them and he sold it to them. Maybe I want him to do something for me. So that's how you get known.
It's like branding, like you do with
Branding.
blogs.
Once again, you make your name a brand. You sell yourself. This is what I am. This is what I do. If you need help, this is where you come. And this is the fee I take. That's how it works.
Correct. Do you have any interesting projects you have been working on currently?
Interesting projects. I'm working on a few video courses for a few companies right now. They'll come out maybe in the next few months. And other than that, I've been on a lot of public speaking sprint for a while. Since October, I've been going to cities, talking here and going to colleges, giving some talks. So project I haven't built in a while. It's been a while. Other than that, the normal article ones or the client ones, those are there. Not something big and huge. I'm thinking of a startup. Not yet, but let's see how that goes. So nothing new as such. I was just doing a lot of public speaking. There was Google Dev Fest that was there, so it's like a big fest that happens for Google. So I went to Bangalore and went to Kolkata for the talks. So I've been doing public speaking for a while. Taking a break, right? I just want to relax for a while.
Yeah, correct. You have been traveling a lot, attending various conferences and also giving speeches at various colleges.
Correct.
So what trend have you observed among students related to tech stack? As I have seen a lot of YouTubers and social media influence has made the students get into a particular tech stack just because a particular YouTuber is doing that. Have you seen the similar trend among students you interact with?
Correct. Everybody wants to jump into complex things once again because it looks cool, but they don't know anything about it. And when they go to learn it, they struggle to even learn the basics of it because you already don't have your core fixed. If you don't understand the programming language, you won't be able to do something like NLP, machine learning, deep learning. So you once again go through. So that's what I do every time. I tell them to go through the basics, take the traditional route. That's how you go. You can't wake up and just start NLP or something. So I'm trying to make a change. Let's see how that works. I have been talking to people, explaining it to them. Take the slow route. It took me 4 years to get where I am. So if you have more time, and I spend a lot on gaming. So if I saved that time, I would be somewhere else right now. But yeah, you have time. Spend an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, just learning a language, and then you jump to different things that you can learn. That's as easy as it sounds.
Okay, amazing. That's all the questions I have for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us
Thank you so much
and
for
all
having
the
me.
best for your future.
Thank you.